session. Please don't forget to play along with me, drop your comments as we are talking, hit the like button and let me know that you are here. We are thinking this week about settling. This is something that we all do, most of us do, in some areas or many areas of our life. And this is something that I'm talking about with my clients on a really regular basis because it affects us all in one way or another. So we're thinking about where we might be settling or ways that we keep ourselves small. And that can happen for lots and lots of different reasons. There are practical reasons why we might keep ourselves small or settling in areas of our life. But usually it comes down to either a lack of confidence, a lack of self-worth, or holding on to experiences, past experiences that have knocked us and prevent us from feeling confident, brave enough to step forward and step into the greatest version of ourselves that we can be. So I want you to just take a minute really and just think about where in your life you might be settling. Now, okay, fine. So I'm a relationship and confidence coach. And the majority of my clients will come to me with either a relationship problem or a confidence problem, right? Obviously, because that's what I do. But I think there's two things that I think that are really important here. First of all, I think that our relationships affect so much of what we do. And that's why I've always put relationship and confidence together, because our relationships affect our confidence and our confidence affects our relationships. And the two are so often so massively intertwined with each other and affect each other so much that it's not usual that we would normally have one without the other. Now, that doesn't mean to say that everybody that I work with is in a long-term relationship, far from it, in fact. But it's about our experiences of relationships. It's about how past relationships have affected us. And that might be intimate relationships, or that might be family relationships or friendships. So really, when I talk about relationships, it's to consider everything. It isn't just about being married or in a long-term relationship. And our confidence is a consequence, if you like, of all of our past experiences. I do a lot of work around our earlier experiences, our early years experiences, our family experience. Because this also informs how we feel about ourselves and how we go through life and how we tackle situations, how we tackle our relationships, but also how we tackle our work and how we feel about ourselves in the workplace and whether or not we put ourselves forward for opportunities. And I have genuinely lost count of the amount of women that I have spoken to and worked with where they are, for various reasons, keeping themselves small because they either lack confidence, they have poor self-esteem, or they simply don't feel like they deserve to have better. They don't feel like they deserve to have the things that they want, right? So this could be thinking about like literally the job role that you are in and not putting yourself forward for a promotion, or feeling like you get overlooked for promotion. Or it might be that you just simply don't have the confidence to go forward and do the things that you want to do. It might be that you run your own business and you don't feel able to step forward, take it to the next level, be visible, put yourself out there. And like I said, this applies to so many areas of our life. When we think about our relationships and we think about the people who inspire us and we think about those who support us and champion us, it's very easy if you have got a really strong network around you, or you have a really strong foundation either behind you or at the core of you, to be able to put yourself forward for opportunities and not take knocks as, like, really take them to heart, because knocks are difficult. They can be painful. They can be they can really keep us playing small if we let them. If you have had a great foundation, or you feel like you have a great support network around you, then the little knocks that come with life are only that. They're just stumbling blocks. Better still, they're learning opportunities of where you need to grow, what you need to concentrate on in yourself to do better, to take yourself to the next level. But if we don't have that level of confidence and support around us, it can be very easy to see those knocks or criticisms as a reason to stay small, as a reason to prove to yourself that you maybe weren't good enough in the first place, or that you don't deserve to have better. So, I want you to have a think about, who are the people around you that champion you? Who are the people around you that support you, either from your past or in your present? And how does that affect how you go on now and do the things that you want to do? How does that affect you taking the opportunities to better yourself? And it might not be about a job promotion. It might not be about taking your own business to the next level. It might be about doing a course. It might be about doing something that you've always really wanted to do, but you don't have you feel like maybe you don't have the time or energy to do it. But actually, you probably do have the time. You probably do have the energy. But time and energy or money are the really easy excuses to go for, right? Because they're much more tangible. But actually, usually in my experience, when people say they haven't got the time or the energy or the money, it's not about those things. It's very rarely actually about those things. It's about having the confidence to get out of your comfort zone and do something that you really want to do, but you worry that you might not succeed at. Let's have a think about relationships. Where in your relationships might you be playing small? Where might you feel like you want to stand up? Actually, I've literally just got off the call with somebody just now, saying that they, want to put a friend right about a certain situation, but it's awkward. It feels uncomfortable. This isn't somebody who is used to having a voice. This isn't somebody who's used to standing up for herself. And so being able to do that feels very scary. And it can feel very scary. It can. But playing small and settling in a relationship that is either troublesome or has the potential to make you feel, or does make you feel, inadequate in any way, is also not what we want. It's our relationships ultimately should always make us feel good. They should always make us feel loved and supported and championed. And okay, fine, all relationships have ups and downs. All relationships have good days and bad days, or good times and bad times. But and I'm kind of hesitating with that slightly, because I mean, they don't, not all bad times are bad times, right? It's just sometimes it feels harder than it is meant to, or that you want it to, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to acknowledge that all relationships have ups and downs, but we don't want them to feel hard. We don't want to feel like we don't have a voice. We don't want to feel like we're settling. So, like I said, that's the theme for the week. We're thinking about settling. We're thinking about where you are settling and where does that come from? What are the lessons that you can think about that have taught you to be small, that have taught you to be quiet, that have taught you to not step forwards? I want to invite you to my new masterclass, which I'm going to be running on Thursday evening at 6 p.m. London time. It's called Self-Worth to Net Worth. And we're going to be looking at ways to help you step up and step into your greatness. I talk about, actually, I was doing a podcast interview last week and somebody said, well, what do you mean by net worth? And I said, well, net worth is, it's for a lot of people that will be financial, and it is financial, right? Because if you're holding yourself back in your job situation, then there's a direct financial result from that. But actually our self-worth and our net worth is about the value that we put on ourselves. It's about the value that we hold dear, what we think we are worth. It's about your time, it's about your energy, it's about you. So yes, net worth is financial, but it's also about feeling good about yourself and standing up for yourself and having good boundaries and letting yourself have the things that you really want. So I'm going to put a link to sign up. I would love to see you there. Like I say, it's going to be this Thursday, 29th of September at 6 p.m. London time. And I hope that I hope that you, if you do feel like you are settling in any areas of your life, that this is something that you can address. And if you have any questions at all about anything that I've talked about, or you want to know about working with me one-to-one, then drop me a direct message and I would love to have an absolutely no pressure chat with you about that. Okay, have a lovely rest of week. I'll catch up with you soon.